Hey guys, it's Cynical Who here, and welcome back to another video. So today we are back for the fourth episode in our Series 1 commentary with Aliens of London. As per usual, I'm joined here by Max Williams, so
Hello.
say hello.
Hello.
And so Aliens of London, it's the fourth episode in Series 1, a return to 2005, sort of modern era episode, because we've had an adventure into the future,
Yes.
one in the past. Yeah, do make sure you've checked out our other commentaries. If not, there'll be an iCard or a link in the description or whatnot, and check out the reviews and all of that jazz. But we are back here today to discuss episode 4, Aliens of London.
And the first two-parter of the modern era. So
that is right.
Significant in that way. I feel like a lot of people tend to gloss over this one, and apparently it's flawed or something like that. But I don't know. I personally quite like it. So.
It might just be because of the farting Slovenes, but
No, it's not the farting. I agree the farting aliens are a bit silly, but that doesn't really let the side down too much.
we'll talk about it a bit.
Yeah, I'm just
your
opening
usual
things up so I
Wikipedia
can
page.
talk about.
Yeah. So as per usual, I think that's all we really have to say on the thing. I do quite like Aliens of London. It's one I watched from a very early age. Of course, I was probably gonna quite like it quite a lot. Because when back in 2005, my dad bought the Series 1 box set. The big chunky TARDIS one that opens up. And disc 2, which was Aliens of London, World War III and Dalek, was dodgy. It had a scene like on the disc was a bit cut up in weird places, so he got a replacement one and he gave me his old one. So basically, I had this Series 1 Volume 2 DVD just knocking about, and I just used to watch it over and over again. I loved it.
Yeah.
But mainly Aliens of London would be the one I watched, so I'm quite familiar with this first part.
Yeah.
But you all ready to? Is everyone ready to go?
Oh yes.
Okay, so as per usual, make sure you have your fingers on the play buttons, and we will start watching the Aliens of London in 3, 2, 1. There we go.
Yeah.
And a nice little, previously sequence,
it's like
I
I've been
suppose.
saying in the past, it's very unusual to get these pre-title sequences so often. You think we don't really need... I mean, nowadays we wouldn't get a recap of the first episode. I mean, in what way is it related? But
yeah, and I've been watching Miracle Day all weekend, and that it's annoying because that has a bloody previously on every episode, and when you're binge watching them, it's like, I know, I just watched it.
Yeah.
But I
of
suppose
course they didn't
for
have
something that was meant to be.
then, so
Yeah.
I think we should probably take that into account.
Yeah, fair enough. No title sequence there, which would be the sort of... Well, of course, it comes a bit later, but nice. I do like the way this estate is shot. It's quite nice.
It's a
nice
lovely location. Well, I mean, not lovely in terms of aesthetic. I mean, graffiti and litter all over the place, but it's relatable. I think that's something the story does very well. Sort of sci-fi and danger in the most ordinary of places.
Yeah.
And it's playing with the fears we have in the everyday world. Fears of nuclear Armageddon, fears of politics.
Yeah. I love the sort of 2005 nostalgia it brings with it. I mean, I was only a baby in 2005, but even still, it's sort of...
And of course, this is quite an interesting idea, isn't it? That actually he's mucked up and she's gone missing.
Yeah.
A very interesting exploration of the consequences of time travel.
When you think about it, there's a massive plot hole surrounding this. So
the way the music just changes pitch there.
Yeah, it
makes me
nice.
feel funny in my trousers.
So Rose, the episode, is set in 2005, right?
Yeah.
So she goes away.
She's still wearing the same dressing gown.
Oh yeah, but Rose goes away for a year.
Yeah.
Are you listening to this? This is a big plot hole that I've noticed.
So I was just distracted by Chris's face. But go on.
So she goes away in the episode Rose, which was set in 2005.
Yes.
And she comes back and she's been gone 12 months.
So it's now 2006.
But it's not. It's still 2005.
Well, I mean, it's not confirmed that she left in 2005. It could have been 2004, which is when they were filming it.
Oh, fair enough, okay.
So it's not a plot hole. There's a perfectly rational explanation, like there is with all plot holes in Doctor Who.
I'm just yeah, what about the reality bomb then in Series 4?
What's that got to do with it?
the reality bomb that Davros created, right? It blows up all realities just for shits and giggles. But in every alternate timeline and reality, essentially the reality bomb didn't work. But there must have been a timeline where the reality bomb did work, so why hasn't it blown us up?
To be honest, I think a bigger problem is the fact that during the titles, Christopher and Eccleston don't appear on the same line, yet Billy Piper do. It's inconsistent. Bad Wolf. That means
first mention. Well, not the first mention. Second. Yeah, I've seen the scene loads of times.
And it's like I've said in the past, you would never have got this in any previous era. And that's how it's brought up to date. Passports in the drawer. And like the bit where the policeman says, he asks if it's a relationship.
Yeah.
I love this slide.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I love Jackie.
It will be by episode 13, but...
Oh, God. Well, in
Did you find her on the internet? You've never got this in the past, and you would not have got this in any other family show. And the iconic moment where Jackie Tyler slaps the Doctor.
It's great to actually see Jackie doing something, because in Rose, all she did was offer the Doctor sex, and...
Yeah, it does seem a bit out of character compared to later on.
Well, I mean, what you get in Love and Monsters, I suppose, is...
Well, I'm just looking... Can you keep people interested while I just look up at Wikipedia and try and find some interesting trivial tidbits about the production?
Of course I can. Bizarrely, in a second, we get this nice shot of them on the rooftop, and Rose calls the Doctor gay, which I've always found a bit strange.
Gay means happy. Oh, no.
Actually, no. In this context...
That's what I thought it meant originally, but
listen...
I had no idea what it meant as a younger kid. But go on.
Just listen.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah. I didn't know what that meant as a kid.
Well, fair enough.
Yeah. Feels very weird. I mean, it's Rusty Davies.
Especially written from Rusty Davies is it's interesting. I do like this thing with Rose about she's the only person who knows about it. When you think about it, she isn't. But yeah, nice shot though on the rooftop actually. Risky having you washing up there. I was running
the Rose commentary. I thought it was the only episode Keith Boak directed. What the hell is that? No, but Keith Boak directed this two-parter as well because it was part of the same production.
Oh, all right.
I do love this moment.
Yeah,
it's just
despite the...
but it's just the way the alien invasion is brought into contemporary. It's updated, and it plays on sort of people's fears. And Rusty Davies is very good, as with Years and Years and The Second Coming, and imagining what these things would be like if they really happened.
And now we're coming up to the fantastic shot of it crashing through Big Ben, which is actually wrong.
Yeah,
because there had to be flipped.
Continuity error, wasn't there? And it came in from the wrong side, and so they flipped the shot round. But of course, you can see that the Roman numerals are the wrong way round. And actually, it
looks fantastic though. Still,
despite all that, and I think especially when it disappears under the water, I think the shot of it crashing into the spaceship was reversed for the trailer that you see on the DVD that was used to promote the series, to promote the episode. I think they flipped it back round again so that people couldn't see that it was flipped round and decided, the special effects look cheesy. We won't watch.
I love Eccleston's just enthusiasm for all this.
It's like this moment. This is what I mean about the alien invasion being updated. You just get people stuck in a traffic jam.
I think it's...
wondering what the hell's going on. And they're moaning about it. Focusing
like you
on
mentioned,
themselves as opposed to going, look, there's a spaceship. They're basically
see, look, blue jumper, blue jumper,
it's
blue
black.
jumper,
it's black.
It's dark, it's navy blue, okay? Look, there. Navy blue.
But if it is blue, it's a very, very, very dark blue, isn't it?
But blue all the same, Max.
I mean, it's dark. The shirt is dark blue, but not the leather jacket.
Yes, of course, the leather jacket is black. The leather jacket does not change. But as you mentioned, I love the fact how they actually this is a realistic approach to what an alien invasion is like, rather than somehow unit managing to contain it every time and all the humans just forgetting about it. But something else was done really, really, really well in Children of Earth from Torchwood.
Yeah.
I think that they did it really well there. I really do like Children of Earth.
Oh, I love this moment. This is the first time we've ever seen sort of TV news coverage of an alien invasion. Maybe ever, not just in Doctor Who. And nowadays we're used to it. So the story was groundbreaking in a lot of ways. Tom Hitchinson is quite underrated, especially his scene in World War III.
Oh, yeah. The speech at the beginning.
I don't know if that's... the first appearance of Trinity Wells.
Yeah. Who was last seen in End of Time, I think, is it not?
Yeah. And they were saying at the time, Stephen Moffat, please... There was a deleted scene in the End of Time. Originally it was planned that she would meet the Doctor. But it never happened for reasons I can't remember. And they were saying...
excuse me, I'm eating a sweet.
And they were saying, Stephen Moffat, make it happen, bring Trinity home, and it never happened. We never saw her again, which is sad. But I feel like
fair enough. It
wouldn't
have
her
fit.
To come back now, given it's been so long and it's the RTD era.
It's home in the RTD era, yeah.
Yeah.
Just one of those little bits, like the shot of zooming into Earth or something like that.
Who's Billy Crew? I've no idea.
But I love that woman's reaction. Oh!
Blue Peter. You remember when that used to be?
How did that child get on Christopher Eccleston's lap?
Well, it happened off screen. You know that they would do that on Blue Peter. Just a reminder that Blue Peter is still going.
Oh God. Rewatching all these episodes has reminded me, shown me just how much Eccleston does with just his movements and his face, which is the hallmark of a great actor. No lines, but just in the face, you know everything you need to. And they just move the patients out onto the streets because they're not important. It's important that they contain the alien, and great acting by the I don't know this actor's name. But
it's hang on.
And Toshiko Sato from Torchwood.
Yeah,
her first appearance.
General Asquith is played by
done.
Rupert Van Sittart.
Oh yeah, he's very good. And the Space Pig, which there's a reference to in Torchwood as well. But I do love that.
At this point,
Gwyneth and
at this point,
Tosh were both in Doctor Who before Torchwood as well.
At this point, you'd have no idea that it was a pig. So just imagine what the reveal would have been like later. That would have been a real what the fuck moment. Yeah, he is very good.
And Naokamori in just these short scenes.
Who does she play in Torchwood?
Toshiko. She's playing the same person here. This character is the same person in Torchwood.
Blimey.
Yeah.
It's really interesting
she's worked
how so many people, even before Torchwood, had the roles and like.
Well, no, she's at this point. She's actually working for Torchwood at this point.
Oh,
so,
right.
so Jack is out there somewhere, and
all connect. Andrew
Gwen
Marr, I think his. Given
someone I know who looks
to be great actors, I think Andrew Marr did a great job with his lines here, because they are very funny lines.
And he's very good as well.
Yeah. BBC bias. But I just love how the Slovene have just taken the bodies of any old MPs and no one bats. People are like, well, why are they here? Chairman of the North Sea Boating Club later on,
and the introduction of Harriet Jones as well, who was later dies in Stolen Earth, isn't
Yeah,
she?
I think her stuff in the Stolen Earth is great, but I was watching this and I feel like Penelope Wilton sort of overacts it. I think the character of Harriet Jones was written especially for Wilton, but I think it is somewhat melodramatic here, her acting.
Oh, I think in Arachnids in the UK, the annoying Trump parody guy, he was meant to be sort of like a Harriet Jones of the new series, seeing if he was going to return, but evidently not.
I don't
and Ned Badland as Margaret Blaine, she's fantastic as well, especially in Boomtown, where she
Arachnids
sort of...
in the UK is trying to do what this is doing, but it just doesn't succeed.
Yeah. Yeah, but again, I do love how they made sort of the way they structured this series. They had sort of sequels, so Aliens of London 1 or 3, and then they revisited sort of it in Boomtown a few episodes later, and then The Long Game, they went back to that in Bad Wolf, didn't they?
Yeah. Just the scene where they're coming up and they close the door and the facade drops. Just that moment. His face changes.
Yeah, it's weird how there's actually no lasting effects of Rose being away from her family. I mean, you get that scene, and there's stuff later on in this episode, but other than that,
yeah.
I mean, it's mentioned in Boomtown, I think, but
oh right, I'm just looking. Rose's remark to the Doctor, "You're so gay," generated some controversy. Davis defended himself by saying he was trying to reflect how people talk in real life.
I mean, it's fair enough.
Who cares about that? People are offended. That's more important. That line. Oh, top-up cards. That's very 2005.
I love this line from Christopher Eccleston in a second.
And of course, he's a time traveller and he would know that's not the case. I mean, time's fluid, but...
I love that line. It's fantastic. Just Christopher Eccleston.
Yeah. Basically, let's just translate that. Yes, I am going.
But this is just compensation.
Yeah. Oh. Oh, and here's Mickey, who's not had a great time of it, if memory serves.
Yeah. Oh, lovely TARDIS. Nice shot there as well. Shame we never managed to see the full 360 because they never did. They left half of it unbuilt, didn't they? But that's nice, which is what we got in the... I forget the name of the guy who designed it, but the 2013 console.
I can just look up.
That fantastic shot of in the Bells of St. John going onto the plane, going round the TARDIS and getting off, well, other way round rather. I love this as well.
So, production... Sorry, I'm just trying to find... It might be in the Rose...
What are you looking for?
I'm trying to work out who designed the bloody TARDIS.
Oh, the 2013 one?
Oh, that was Michael Pickwoad. I thought you meant the 2013.
Yeah, that's what I meant. I don't know who designed this one, actually. I know, TV movie was Richard Houdelin, but...
Yeah.
Yeah, I think what you said about Harriet Jones being a bit hammed up, I think... I mean, that's sort of what sells it, isn't it? I mean, if she was a bit more subtle, it would be...
Well...
boring.
I don't know.
I mean, you sort of got to have that. I don't know. I suppose you're right, in a sense.
Oh dear. That's a reference to Blair's Babes, So there was a large number of female Labour Party MPs who entered the House of Commons in Labour's 1997 general election victory, and they were dubbed Blair's babes by the British media. So that implies she's not loyal to Blair, who of course by that time, by 2005, was facing increased scrutiny for the Iraq War, which was a resounding success where absolutely no one got killed. Being sarcastic there. And of course this is a satire of the whole weapons of mass destruction dodgy dossier.
Again, that sort of political commentary that Ross Davies cheekily slips in.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, it is... Maybe it's a bit in your face, but...
Oh, well, no, because I think it carries... The plot is fantastic, and it doesn't get in the way of it. It sort of manages them equally, but...
There is a reference to it in World War III where Harriet is like, I voted against it. But...
Oh, right.
Let's just talk about the set. So Albion Hospital was Cardiff Royal Infirmary. The exterior of 10 Downing Street was a similar house in central London. The interior was filmed in Hensall Castle, Vale of Glamorgan. And Mickey's flat is the same set as Jackie's and Rose's.
Alright.
Oh
wait, so they filmed all the flats in the same flat?
Yeah. Well, I mean, they do look pretty similar, but then
they
flats
do. Yeah, they do look similar.
It's pretty economic use of the same set. The shot is a lovely moody blue.
Yeah, I do like the space pick. It's a weird idea, but...
Keeping...
I mean, just imagine if you've never seen this before, just imagining, oh god, what's it going to be, and then you find out that...
And it's a lovely... quite an intimidating moment.
Sort of reminiscent of the TV movie, when the Eighth Doctor breaks out of the...
But I think this is the first time this kind of classic Doctor Who trope is done in the modern series. The sort of, oh god, what is it?
I love this moment with Christopher Eccleston.
So...
Hang on. Here we go. Well, hang on. It comes a bit later, but... Yeah, again, as per usual, Christopher Eccleston is really fantastic in this. I think, yeah, just great.
Okay,
Yeah, shot fantastically. Again, Keith Boak, really... Yeah, here we go.
Oh! And just Eccleston's face here. It's like...
Yeah, yeah.
Just doing your job.
I love that.
Well done. Well, it's not it's just he's expecting it to happen. He's like, you passed the test.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this scene here is reminiscent of an almost identical moment. You've already said that.
In the TV
I'm
movie.
reading TARDIS fandom. Well, that was useful. It happened at that time.
I love how Christopher Eccleston just takes authority over all of them.
Of UNIT, and they're used actually quite sparingly as a kind of background.
Are they UNIT? Are they supposed to be UNIT?
Unified Intelligence, United Nations Intelligence Task Force, and they're wearing... I think.
Oh, I never knew that. I thought... Oh, that's interesting. I never realised that they were UNIT. I thought they were just soldiers. I didn't realise.
I think.
Yeah, I thought that was the first reappearance of them, but evidently not. Oh, that's weird. I love how a pig made her bleed on the head.
Yeah.
I just love the lighting
this story
as well.
Is the 700th. It's the 700th episode of Doctor Who, so that's interesting, isn't it?
Sure. I do think it benefits from the two-part
definitely
thing as well.
But we'll get to the cliffhanger stuff. Oh, this is the scene.
Oh, the fantastic cliffhanger,
yeah. Yeah. People have just had heart attacks.
Oh, it is cute. I have the little figure of it as well. this
But that's
bit,
what Doctor
this
Who
acting,
does. It subverts and
this acting from Christopher Eccleston is fantastic, and it makes you feel really sorry for this
it's
cute pig. It doesn't.
well, it's terrified clearly. But actually, you could think it was roaring come to get you. It's terrified, but it looks like it's terrifying.
I suppose.
Oh, it's dead.
Oh.
Oh yeah, when the Doctor is kneeling over the Slovene's engineered pig mutant, the seam of the plastic mould of the costume is clearly seen, and in the close-up shots, it's clearly seen still breathing.
Yeah, but I mean, it would take a moment to die, wouldn't it?
There's actually quite a lot of production errors listed on the thing, but I won't list them all because it will ruin it.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't noticed really anything, so. Oh dear. Oh dear.
What's more ridiculous, farting aliens or a talking frog?
I don't know. Probably at this point, farting aliens.
I don't know. I think it's like Ross T. Davis was saying about the burping bin. It's like fart jokes. It will get the kids interested, but
and if people are actually angry at it, then that's even funnier.
I don't think it distracts from the fact Slovene's dangerous, because I think the fart jokes have gotten out of the way early, and then I mean they do pop up a couple of times, but it doesn't take away from their sense of threat and danger. They're dark villains.
Yeah. I mean, an alien was bound to do it at some point or another.
I do think, I mean, when I saw these in the Sarah Jane Adventures, the Slovene were brilliant. I mean, they're iconic from my point of view, as far as I'm concerned. But then what do I know? I was 7. But yeah, there's stuff for children. You've got the aliens that appeal to children, and then the actual plot appeals to the adults because it's quite sophisticated.
And political, yeah. Sorry if you can hear me moving around, I was just adjusting my mic. And put it in a cute suit.
There's some very subtle, sly views on, like vegetarianism and abattoirs, isn't there?
Yeah, I suppose.
I mean, you feel emotional watching the pig get killed. Become Morrison.
I mean, I did, but.
Oh, and I just love the fact he's quickly disappeared. On to the next adventure, low boredom threshold. Well, not on to the next adventure, but just eager to get things sorted out. And this shot here.
Oh, Jesus, sorry about that.
That's alright.
My mic just fell off my desk.
I don't have that problem because I just hold it in my hand. And this is a great shot. You can see everyone enjoying themselves and just Rose sitting there. And
oh shit.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, again, as I said, we do see these consequences.
This is very dark, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because they just assume that Mickey murdered.
Or raped Rose or something.
You really feel for Mickey at this point.
Yeah, especially more in
Clark.
I mean, we'll talk about it when we get to Boomtown, but there's that fantastic scene where he mentions everything that's been going on since she's gone away.
Oh yeah.
just Jackie's just. I love this bit
and
as well, where she's trying to get.
You can just see Mickey's face, and
he's trying to get.
he's trying to.
When they're trying to get Jackie to go inside,
but you can just see the relationship starting to break down. We see that later in Boomtown, as you said.
I love this.
I mean, the script actually juggles quite a lot, doesn't it? But it never feels like too much. You've got the main plot and just the.
It's just the pacing of it is.
I do feel it's not quite. It doesn't feel quite as fast paced as the previous.
Well, I mean,
episodes.
for a two-parter,
it still feels faster than Chibnall era episodes.
Yeah,
it feels lighter on its feet. You know. Oh. Oh. I'm just moving on.
Yeah.
I just love the way the plot builds. It's not clear what the Slovene are doing, and the mystery around that is wonderfully developed. Oh, we're about to get another scene where the mystery of the Doctor is explored.
Yeah.
Because he crashes the search engine, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Okay, I've just looked. Tom Hitchinson is not the name of the actual person. Tom Hitchinson is a fictional person played by Jack Tarleton, who's a Scottish actor. So I think he's probably playing he's putting a thing on.
An accent.
He's not actually been in a lot of stuff. He was Charles Richards in The Imitation Game. He's only been in a few things, but that's one hell of an assumption. She doesn't actually have any evidence anymore to say that she's definitely not safe, but you do understand why she's saying that, though.
Yeah.
Oh. I just love he crashes the just the mentioning of the name. Oh.
I love Christopher. Well, I mean, you do feel sorry for.
Yeah,
Ricky,
I mean, you
Mickey,
do
Ricky
question his
point.
motives for doing this, but it's funny. Billy Piper is great, isn't it? Isn't in this?
Yeah.
But we said that already.
We say that every time, and again, Christopher Eccleston just he nails it every time.
Yeah.
It's not like, even if I don't know if Christopher Eccleston disliked any of the episodes, but it's not like Terminus where the main cast hated the story so much they didn't put any effort in with the acting. I
don't think that's the case
a
at all.
shithole. Yeah, he's just he's so devoted every episode, and it's just.
I do think while this story may not be sort of a classic, but I do think it's very good. I think it's certainly my head and shoulders above what we get now, I think. Sorry to bring that up again, but we'll see what happens, because we are recording this a couple of hours before the Timeless Children is about to come out.
Oh God, I'm nervous.
I can see myself being driven mad by it.
I mean, that's fair enough.
Oh.
Again, sorry about my mic here. Just.
It's alright.
There we go.
I just love the interesting little detail of the fact they actually did a slingshot.
Yeah, that is fantastic. I do like that idea. That they just said it's a decoy, didn't they?
Yeah. It's distraction. It's there to necessitate the emergency plans that allow the Slovene to gain power.
Yeah. Oh, and it is pretty grim as well, especially for.
Yeah.
I mean, they're just skin suits.
It's entertaining for the kids, but there's something very dark about it.
Well, Yeah, look, it's that's
Yeah.
just disgusting. Sorry about that.
Yeah. I do feel there isn't quite enough drama and tension about the fact that Slovene do actually have power of the country now. It's kind of the momentum there's been lost. And you actually see the inside of his skin. Their faces, the eyes, and...
I mean, I suppose. I mean, it could have been any old doctor. Let's be fair, but
yeah. Little nod to the digital TV thing that was going on at the time. Because you were getting all these adverts for... Because you still had analogue at this point, and all the adverts that I remember very well with the robot saying, please switch to digital TV. You get extra channels. Wow, not just 4 or 5. Eccleston just brushes it off, but you can tell he's bruised inside and wants to move on. The thing is as well, I think we knew by this point Eccleston was already leaving, because they confirmed the day after Rose aired that there would be a second series, but then a week later they had to confirm that he wouldn't be returning for that series. I mean, well, we'll talk more about it when we come to the parting of the ways, but it was just a real...
real shame. Be so sad.
It was a real shame how that unfolded, because it led to Eccleston being blacklisted, and they had a plan, and it got leaked, and it all fell apart. And
just
it would
imagine if Eccleston had stayed for a second series. That would have been...
Yeah, we're yet to have a surprise regeneration, but... Oh, and his joy there. His joy there saying the line, take me to your leader. Oh, so they're under arrest, but they're not under arrest.
Yeah, that's weird. But when they get in the car a few seconds ago, there's like a stock walkie-talkie sound effect that I remember.
Yeah. I remember
used to make
seeing Deep Breath at the cinema, and near the start there's dinosaur roar sound effects, and then it cuts to the crowd of onlookers looking at the dinosaur, and then I recognised the stock dinosaur roar sound from iMovie.
Yeah, they use that a lot as well, and that's what there's also that walkie-talkie sound effect was from.
Yeah. Drink Me Under the Table, that's quite adult for a family programme, again.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. We only have 9 minutes, and it doesn't feel like it's near the ending yet.
Oh, bloody hell, yeah, again, the pacing is just... spectacular.
But of course, you might be expecting it to be abrupt, because you know we're building up to the first cliffhanger, which would be very exciting for the fans.
And a very iconic cliffhanger.
Such a subtle little hint there. It's not even a fart, it's just a rumble. And he's trying to conceal it. Oh yeah, alright, you know about aliens. Come on in.
Yeah.
Oh, they're just there casually talking. Aren't they supposed to be busy invading the country?
Probably. You can tell that guy's really getting pissed off with her. Go home, Rose.
Yeah. Yeah. And the smile's just an act. And at this point, no one's going, yes, I know who you are. Oh, there might have been that earlier on, but it just became a meme.
Yeah.
Later on, everyone would say it every single time she said that. Have you ever read the book Now We Are 600, which has illustrations by Ross T. Davis? Because obviously she gets killed off in The Stolen Earth, but producer Phil Collinson always reckoned that she didn't get killed off. And there's an illustration, it's a book of poems, and there's a poem about Harriet Jones, and Russ T. Davis did a very cheeky illustration of basically her falling through this trap door away from the Daleks down into a bat cave with and leaping and landing on a motorbike and making a hasty escape. And Russ T. Davis, I remember saying in an interview, saying, if it's an illustration in a BBC book, then it's canon. So she didn't actually die.
Oh, fair enough.
I just love the fact the moment they start, Eccleston's immediately on it.
Yeah.
Three, 2, 1. Major shock. Now that is actually supposed to be Tony Blair, who was Prime Minister at the time, and so they had hired an actor to play the dead body on the understanding that he was a Tony Blair lookalike, but you may have seen that he wasn't actually a very good lookalike, so they don't actually show the body that clearly.
Yeah, Chris Eccleston is great here.
It's almost like a comedy where they just walk in at the wrong time, like those comedies where you get people walking in the moment people are in an embarrassing situation.
Yeah.
Just subverted wonderfully here. This line here. Peeking through the door.
And yeah.
It should be really silly, but it does feel quite. I mean, it's weird,
scary.
but it's original and it's very.
Yeah,
it's captivating, certainly.
And this is where everything starts to pick up, and we get to the fantastic.
I mean, when I first saw this,
one of the best
it
cliffhangers
slow,
ever.
But I need. To,
Well, it's a slow build-up, isn't it?
I remember watching the documentary of all the cliffhangers, and obviously this was the first.
Yeah,
time
we watched that. I love that
documentary.
documentary.
In hindsight, it doesn't feel.
It's from the Terror of the Verwood's DVD.
But it's actually very significant being the first, and it's. Oh, that classic line. And that very egotistical, but it's a very modern take on the cliffhanger, because as opposed to having 4 episodes that are 25 minutes, you have just one. You only have one cliffhanger as opposed to 3. So you just put all the 3 cliffhangers for each episode together on a big merry-go-round carousel.
Yeah, I suppose.
And
yeah.
Is this the first time we see the Slovene? No, we saw them earlier.
No, I
think there were some production problems during this. They actually had to go back and reshoot it because they did the CGI for it, and then they did the prosthetics, and then found out the prosthetics actually looked quite different to the CGI.
Oh, right.
Their voices they actually look quite different to when I saw them in the Sarah Jane Adventures, because then their voices were less bubbly and they were a brighter green.
Yeah, I think this is the first time you see the Slovene themselves. It's a great reveal.
And it's weird because the way it just goes blue, and I found it a bit weird the fact they make the lights go all flashy when they take the skin suits off.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know why the lights flicker. It looks great, but
yeah,
I don't quite know.
Maybe it's something to do with the electricity coming off of their skin suits for some whatever reason.
Electricity, like the silence, probably. Yeah, it's just a bit weird the lighting change there. Penelope Wilton out, aghast. I mean, the Slovene do certainly work out at the gym a lot, don't they?
Oh yeah, they do sound different here, don't they?
Yeah.
I mean, they look fantastic. Oh wow, Jesus.
Oh yeah. just suffocating him.
Oh, this line.
Yeah. They'll help to identify the bodies. How out of sync was I there?
Probably a little bit. Quite out of sync, yeah.
How are they going to get out of this?
Well, you're going to have to wait next week.
Here where the alien just looks at the camera. Notice the eyelids blinking differently. Oh god, you've sport the end, and next time's written in a different font to usual. The Doctor doesn't actually die.
Oh.
Yeah, it was a bit of a stupid idea having the next time trailer before the end credits. Thank God they... Because that did get a bit of criticism, I believe, at the time. So with the two... Which is why they changed it for the two-parters later on. And every two-parter from then on, the next time trailer follows after the end credits. Oh, and that line there.
Yeah. Yeah. So that was the Aliens of London, or Aliens of London by Rusty Davies.
That was the working title, Aliens of London Part 1.
Yeah, see, Dr. Sato. There we go. But yeah,
Sato, I think it's pronounced.
What? No, Sato.
No,
Tashika Sato.
Have
you never? Right, I've seen Tortured more than you.
Oh, they actually say it like that. I
Yes.
thought the Japanese name was pronounced Sato, but never mind.
Sato.
Mike Tucker,
anyway.
Model Unit Supervisor. Great man.
Getting
I don't know him,
but Big Ben the wrong way round. But yeah, so that was the Aliens of London. Anyway, your opinions have changed throughout that, or?
I don't really have much to say. It feels slower and sort of heavier than the last 3 episodes. But I do like it. There are things that I understand why people criticise it, but I do think... I think
it's amazing.
I do think World War 3 is a better episode because then things come clear.
Yeah.
But I think, this one's alright, but...
I think, as you mentioned, the pacing, of course, it's going to be... I mean, compared especially to The Unquiet Dead, where the pacing is just lightning speed, but in a good way. Aliens of London being a two-parter, it's going to build it up after longer time, and it's... Yeah, I don't know. I really do like it, and it's very nostalgic for me.
The cliffhanger's very simple, but very effective.
Very, very effective. Yeah, I mean,
the first
I like how
of the modern series, a good place to start it.
Yeah, and for the 4th episode in the first series, it's a really solid run.
Yeah,
I think ranking the stories so far, rating them out of 10. I think I'd give Rose probably an 8. End of the World probably an 8. Unquiet Dead maybe a 9.
This series
and this one
is
probably
incredibly consistent. I think every single episode is probably an 8.
Yeah, at least an 8, or maybe I'd say maybe a 7.5 with the long game. But
but we'll get to that.
We'll get to that. Yeah.
But no, I like this one. It's not quite as well. It's not quite as good, but there's not much in it. It's solid, as you say.
Yeah.
But the best is yet to come, I think.
Yeah, of course. After this, we will have Dalek, so that's something to look forward to. But yeah, I think that's all we really have to say for Aliens of London. Of course, we will continue when you join us next week for our commentary on World War 3. So, thank you all very much for watching, and we'll see you...
hopefully you'll get the commentary provided World War 3 doesn't actually happen.
Oh yeah, let's hope so. Yeah, and we will see you all next time. Goodbye.
Goodbye.